All right, guys, we are live. How's everybody doing today? Um, I got my man, the man from Beantown, joining me here today for the whole videos.
What's
I
going
want to
on, you
show
Red?
you nothing
How you
much,
doing?
brother. Good to see you. How's your day today?
Not too bad. First day back actually in the classroom.
Oh yeah, you doing remote or you actual
Yeah,
physical?
we're doing remote. Whole new world. Had to learn all these new systems, and most of the kids showed up, and it went pretty well. So that's cool.
What do you teach? Middle school or you?
Yeah, I teach seventh and eighth grade English.
Oh, okay, all right.
So yeah, most of the kids know more about the technology than I do. You know, it was all new for me. For them, they're like done in 2 seconds.
So we have some people in the chat, and let me just say hello to everybody in the chat. I apologize to you guys for being a little late. You know, sometimes stuff happens. Though AG Surfer was the first one in. We got my man Johnny Dakota, CLG. What's good, brother? The Comic Forge is here. Jeff G, Dangerous. Oh, Russ, what's going on, brother? How's everything? Josh Grav is here. Art Chemist Arsenio is here. Desired Comics, welcome aboard. Omega Comics, Blade Runner 404, and Gomez, my broski. I was hanging out with the East Meets West guys yesterday, and I had a blast, man. It was just some good topics. It was a lot of fun. And Dorkery's just joined us. Welcome aboard, Dorkery's. We got to have you
Nice.
on one of the shows. So, I was talking about it yesterday, but before we even start, I just want to give a shout out to my man Jose Gonzalez from Spidey's Powdered Tumblers. I think you've seen those tumblers that everybody has, but he does dog tags. He's on IG and everything. He does some fantastic work. So if you want to get your logo inscribed in a tumbler, he does knives and keychains and all this other stuff. He does really, really nice stuff. Check him out on IG. Super good guy. He plays in my raffles. He's been lucky lately too, man.
He's been hitting them all.
He's done well. He should be doing YouTube video showing just what he wins because his hauls have been pretty good, man. So it's been good. Uh, they called you Benny Frijole, which means man from Beantown.
Add that to a long list of nicknames.
These guys are funny as shit, bro. So I'm just gonna show a few books that I picked up. All right. So I hit remember that show we went to last time, the Small
Yep.
Con? I went back. They had another one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it was pretty good. The restrictions were lifted a little bit, so now you could put 50 people in the smaller room, 100 in the bigger room because the guidelines changed.
Oh, okay, that wasn't too long ago too. That's like a big change, actually.
It was a month, but then because they're going to be opening up indoor dining and I guess some other stuff, banquet halls and stuff like that, got changed up. So it was pretty good. I got there early like usual, and got to walk around and check.
Did you hit it by yourself, or you?
Yeah, just by myself. I was in and out of there in an hour and a half, and that was after I helped some guy take a look at some books, just giving him some guesstimates on some grades because he had done a pre-screening, and he got back like he sent 30 books and 15 of them came back to him. So
Nice.
I wasn't happy with that. He got 15, but so we went over the books just to show him a little bit. But these were from like a dollar bin stuff, and so we had this. I just love all the artwork. This Annihilation series, besides being a great
I've
series,
never seen that.
yeah, the artwork on Annihilation Silver Surfer is fantastic. I think Delato does some of the work on this, but yeah, this is a Delato cover. Look at that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, grab this also, just for the cover. I like the Frank Cho when he did these movie poster renditions. So grab that. Unworthy Thought.
He's really underrated. I like Frank Cho as an artist,
and he's a really nice guy. Like I've
never
talked to him at a few cons, and he's pretty personable. Some J. Scott Campbell goodness right there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Terry Dodson, like that. Some Jenny Frison, Wonder Woman. Yeah, that was. What else do we got here? Okay, I got these mixed up a little bit here. And then these were from another guy that was selling, but thought of you. So if you need these will come your way. All right. These are the variant editions for Immortal Hulk.
Oh, those are cool. Yeah, I just started collecting those books.
This is the first cover appearance of Red Harpy. So you need it?
Yeah,
all right.
Dude, I'll take it. Appreciate it.
Yep, and then this one also. This is the second printing.
Oh, I love that cover. That's
Yeah,
a really cool cover.
yeah. This is Alex Ross destroyed it on some of these covers.
Yeah, I agree. I've just started getting into that series. I haven't started reading. I'm gonna wait till I put like the run together.
It's a great read.
You've read them all?
Yeah, I read up to like issue 23, I think it was. And then I picked up this, and I finally read this, and I enjoyed this.
I
Um,
love that series.
yeah, you know how many first appearances are in here? It's
I
insane.
know.
I mean, I said it today. We were talking, but this is the third print. But if you're not picking up this book, there somebody's going to hit. I think
Hundred percent, probably more than one.
the one I loved the most was seeing Dormammu's son.
Doyle.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
I
And
agree.
that and the girl from Limbo.
I don't remember her. I read it a little while ago.
She's got the red horns.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Those two right there to me have so much potential. They just look good.
I like the Frost Giant character too.
Oh, that's right, the Frost Giant, right? Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
That's right. And then this was also there. I picked this up, and this has some spec behind it.
Everybody says that's a great read too. I haven't read that series.
I have not read it, but that had a little spec behind it. So those were the smaller books I kind of picked up at this con, right? And then I'm always on the hunt, so I also picked up some better books there. Let me show you right now. So Zap Comics, you guys know Zap Comics? Remember the store we hit, that shop we hit?
Oh yeah, I thought you were asking the audience.
Yeah, and everybody. So Zap Comics. I was talking to one of the owners, Ben, and they had gotten a new collection in, and he had put it right up for sale at the show.
Oh, so you hit it perfect.
Yeah, there was a guy before me that spent like $1,500 just bundling everything together. But he had an Iron Man 1. He had a lot. But I did pick up this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's my second copy of this. That's a great book to have. Got this.
Dude, I love Jack Kirby art, like the galactic interspace stuff.
You like the Fourth World stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, I love the art for it. I'm not really a big fan of the storyline as much, but
me neither. Kirby, I don't think Kirby was a great writer, and he wrote a lot of this, but his art is insane. I mean, he's trendsetting. Kirby Crackle alone, just redefined the game.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Josh Graff just put it on there, so that he says it's a great read. Also, that Batman book, he said it's the first appearance of Sonny, Deathstroke's protege.
Okay.
So there's a lot of hype behind that.
How many copies you got, Josh? Like 80?
Doug Bratton said he was at the show. It was a good show, right, Doug? There was a lot of good stuff there. So pick this up. Guy wanted $150 for it, and I was able to get it down to a $120.
Nice.
He's got it at about a 6.0. I think a little work on it, and maybe I could hope for a 7.0 on it. It's pretty clean. And then this is a book I keep specking on. I know Matt Forge has talked about it quite a bit too. But I picked up A Hero for Hire, #1.
Why is that a spec?
Because everybody's thinking that with Shang-Chi coming and Daredevil coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that they might bring the other characters. And there's rumors that Iron Fist might show up in the Shang-Chi movie, which would be insane. And the guy who played him, Michael Coulter, is it? Or something like
yep.
Yeah, right. He did a really good job. I
love Luke Cage. I thought that was a great show.
Right. So right now, this book is at a low. This and Iron Fist, if you get that Marvel special premiere or Marvel premiere 15, these books are pretty cheap. This is a 4.0, and it was about $100.
I thought the Iron Fist show was terrible though. Daredevil, Punisher, and Luke Cage were great, but
I hated the Iron Fist show. Talk to TiVo. TiVo despised the guy who played Iron Fist. He was totally the wrong choice. Some people didn't like. I enjoyed Jessica Jones. I thought the Purple Man was a really dark, creepy character. They did a good job with that.
That's the only season I watched, was the first one. I don't know why I didn't continue.
Second season was good because you get Hellcat, a little more of Hellcat in there and everything else, with Patsy Walker.
Yeah.
Look at that. Doug Bratton was at the show. He got a nice copy of Sandman 3 for $1 in a dollar bin. That's the way to find books, man. Just got to really dig. And I like that stuff, though.
Yeah, Josh mentioned it on like one of his earlier shows. I got a couple books to show off from a show I met him at. That the same thing. It was just like an odd booth.
Yeah.
But I'll get into that in a minute when you're done.
So those are the booths I hunt for in big cons. I look for the small booths. Do you remember when we met up at
Yep.
East Coast, and I found my ASM annual one in a tiny little booth.
Sometimes you get the best deals.
And I got a good price. Here we go. Saga #1. Tough book to find now. Everybody snatches this book up. And he said it was probably a 9.6. I'm hoping I can get it into the 9.8 range. I really haven't looked at the book yet. But
that's a series I never read. I
Fantastic.
I got to check it out. It's been on my kind of like take a look at it list.
I enjoyed that thoroughly. It's kind of science fiction-y, but mature reading for sure. And
I'm hoping that with what's upcoming with Marvel, there's a lot of series I'm looking forward to. That X of Swords,
yes,
the King in Black's coming. The next couple months for the end of the year, I think they're going to have some good stuff coming out.
So I just read Thor today, and I'm hooked.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That Galactus
more than
series,
Venom.
That was fantastic. All of it was fucking great, man.
It's crazy. It took me so long to get the first 6 issues, and I had to rely on like a AOK from Roger. He gave me 4, and Jay, when we met at the swap, hooked me up with number 5 because I never had a pull list. I don't have really good LCSs over here, and before COVID and the spec of modern books, I could just go and pick up whatever I needed. But now even around here, people were just scooping them up, and I could never get it. Yeah. And I wasn't going anywhere because of COVID, so I missed those couple issues.
So like the guy I was talking to that I bought this from, right? He had a nice booth, and it was all modern stuff. So we were talking about Strange Academy and what a good reader was. And he told me when he saw the pre-order on that and he was reading up, he ordered 100 copies. That way he gets the 1 in 25s, the 1 in 50s and everything else. But that's what a guy, I mean, you're really investing heavy. I can't do stuff like that, But
Strange Academy is an odd title too, because like with other comic books, they come out like once or twice a month. I feel like the publication between issues, like how long ago did the first issue come out?
You know what it was? It was pre-COVID.
Was it that? That's
what
it was?
It was pre-COVID, and then it got stuck behind pre-COVID. Josh would know. I believe that was pre-COVID. Talking about Josh, so this is the last book I bought at that show, but this is definitely because of Josh. We were talking about this book on when he was showing his books, and I picked this up.
Oh,
but it's a newsstand. So I was happy to get this. It looks really nice.
What's the grade on that?
I don't even know. I haven't taken it out, but the front cover, this probably is one of the biggest pain in the asses to press because of the tattoos.
Tattoos? I was just going to ask, does it have those?
Yeah, it has the tattoos. I wouldn't buy it without.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
So those are some of the things I have, but I know you have a few things that you want to show. So if you want to share with us.
So I just got these back. Erod is actually my presser. Now this book I bought at a 4.5, and it came back a 5.5. This is flat showcase number 8, first appearance of Captain Cold. And you just did some amazing work on this thing. This thing is just a beauty. So a huge grade bump, and this is a book from it says May and June of 1957. So a whole grade book, I think it goes up almost like $1,000 in price.
Yeah.
And this book, if anybody's interested, it is actually currently for sale. I'm saving up for a big grail. I put this up on Elite Comics, and if anybody's interested, hit me up and we can work out a deal.
That book had a lot of really good pressable defects. It had a roll that was very pressable. It's the first time I ever held that book in my hand, though, so I was actually thumbing through it when I was going through it. When I saw, I was like, I know it's the 4th appearance of the Flash, but I didn't know that it was Captain Cold in there.
Second appearance of the Flash.
Is that 105? That's 105. 5. That's 5 or
that's showcase 8.
Oh, it's 8. So he goes showcase 4, and then 5 and 6 and 7 are not.
He wasn't in it. And it says it right on the label. I don't know.
I didn't see that. Yeah, but okay. So look at that. Second appearance of the Silver Age. Second appearance of Barry Allen. That's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
And to get 2 grades up, full grade bump. Fantastic.
Yeah, you're the man. It was really an impulse buy. I don't even know why I bought it because I'm mainly a Marvel guy. I don't really collect too many DC keys, but I'm glad it worked out and I got the bump. So, Otto always says equity. I'm going to trade it and pass it on to somebody who really appreciates it. And
I believe in that too. So Josh Graff said, yes, Strange Academy came out 3-4. See?
yeah, so a while ago.
Yeah. So,
And this book, I cracked out to read and send it back to you, and you saw this. This was my C2E2 book.
oh,
I got some heavy glare, unfortunately.
Yeah. There you go, right there.
Right there. So Detective Comics 76. This is a 1943, so World War II Batman book. This thing is a beauty. And I'm also putting this guy up for sale as well. So these two books are going to go towards getting me a big grail, nice golden age tech book. But I do, out of both books, this one's the harder one to let go. I just love this cover. These golden age Jokers are just such stunners.
And it's Joker prominent on those covers. All of those Joker covers like that, prominent like that, go for, a nice penny. I remember seeing that book in hand and I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's just
my son was like, holy shit, we couldn't believe it when you showed me that day. That Saturday we were talking to you and you showed me that. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, that book is just awesome. And kind of, I'm just kind of going back to my roots as far as collecting and trying to get those Silver Age runs because I'm a run collector and a reader too.
Okay.
So what I'm working on, my Spider-Man game was really weak, so I just recently picked this book up, a 6.5.
Okay.
Death of the Green Goblin, and I'm trying to get a lot of the Green Goblin books with eventually getting the first appearance with ASM 14.
All right, so you got 14, 17, 27. Those like the first three appearances.
Ooh. Good thing it's in a case.
Yeah.
But I'm going to crack this out eventually, but I want to get 121 first. I've never read the story, and obviously it's a classic storyline with the death of Gwen Stacy.
You've never read 121?
Nope, or 122. I haven't read either of them.
Bro, that as a young kid, I read that stuff, and that was like the book that captivated me. That and the Death of the Phoenix.
Yep.
I explained that. I actually made my wife sit down and I showed her panel for panel what happens. Because if you don't look at it real closely, you don't see that, her neck. You hear the crack of her neck when he hits her with the web. And I was explaining it to my wife. And she's like, "Wow, that's pretty deep." I
can't wait to. That's kind of next. I made myself a little. You can see I made a little Spidey list, and I got it checked off down there. I'm like, what are the Goblin books? And just a little way to keep myself focused. So the 121, then I'm just going to work my way all the way down to 14.
Talking about 121, we're going to be at. I can't even put this in there now. I got some problems, but we're going to be at Otto's swap.
Yep.
And we have a 9.0. That's going to be
that's a little out of my price range or grade I'm looking for because I'm going to crack it open. 6.5 is perfect for me.
It's a beauty though. I mean, I was like, wow. I was in awe when we got the grade back on that.
So I picked these two up, but this is kind of an underrated Silver Age title. I feel is Captain America.
Yep.
And I love these early Red Skull covers. So I picked up this, I think, for like $15. It's about a 6.5.
That's a good price.
103, early Red Skull. Beautiful book, great story.
The first one I finished, Ben.
Was Captain America?
Yes.
Yeah. And then I got the one right after at 104. And this one's also in like a 6.5. And I think I paid $20.25 for this.
I'm sorry. You know what? I apologize because I said Otto's Comic Swap. It's 3 men in the basement, including Roger Levesque.
Roger's taking.
I don't want to be the guy that gets the rant on Sunday. All right. I apologize, Roger. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. It's two weeks away already. It's time is moving fast, man.
Dude, I can't wait.
Yep.
It's going to be such a good time. And just that last show. And my last couple books, just speaking of shows. So this is the story Josh kind of meant, I think, talked about on The Savages if you watched his show. Yeah. So we went to a small show as well. And it was like Jay, Otto, Roger. I met Josh for the first time. A bunch of the guys. We had a blast. And it was in Connecticut. And so there was like 7, 8, 9, 10 dealers inside like a VFW hall. But they had set up a couple like stands outside, like tents. And so after spending like an hour or two on the inside, I'm walking out, and this guy's had these books that are sitting on one side that were like really, really overpriced. But I'm waiting for the other guys. So I start digging through his boxes. They're in no particular order at all. It's like for 1 second, you'll get like a really rare Silver Age book. Then you'll get like a modern variant. But it was like all good stuff. Now, so inside that box, I find this copy of Thor with Galactus on the cover. And he had this labeled at $15. and this is like a 6.0.
Wow.
And I ended up talking him down. So I got this for $10. Next to that, this is my only, what got me into getting the Immortal Hulk is the One Below All. This was labeled at 20. I think I got this for 15. And then at a different dealer inside, I found a copy of this. This is an 8.0 Origin of Galactus, part of that storyline. I got this for $50. He had it at like 80 with a crazy discount on it. And he had another copy that was a 5.5 that I got for $11 because Jay was looking for it. And the guy I'm talking about where we found those deals in, he had it one for 180 outside.
Yeah, that's both of those books, because you know this, it's two books for the Origin.
Yeah, I have the other one.
Are pricey. They got pricey. I didn't realize it till recently when I was pricing out this collection. So I sold both of them on an auction.
I remember that, yeah.
It was really nice, though.
Well, Galactus is going to be huge. In the last book, I got an 8.5 from the same guy. I think I got this for like $25.
Wow,
and this is the second Fire Lord in another early Galactus book.
Very
so
nice.
I'm a Thor fan, so I'm trying. And Galactus is going to be huge when he hits. If you're not getting FF 48, 49, and 50,
yeah,
these are kind of the next best thing.
So Josh Graff said he pulled a lot of stuff from that dealer. He said he had the best deals in the place.
Yeah, Emerald Knight pulled like some killer books. I pulled out a really cool variant for Silver Surfer Black with Galactus on the cover, like doing a blast. And I just didn't have the cash on me, and I passed it on to him. I'm like, dude, look at what I pulled out of here. Like,
is that the same booth that Uncle Frank was getting some books out of? He got some nice books.
Yeah, he was there too. It could have been that's where he pulled it out of. It was really weird.
That was a dealer on the outside.
Yeah, like right at the entrance, and
I heard the guy talking about that.
The books he pulled out and like displayed, he had them super overpriced. But then you go into his bins, and it's just like a hodgepodge mix of modern and Silver Age, and you don't in no particular alphabetical order or anything. It was just all mixed together. So you really had to dig. But like every box had gold in it.
Nice. That's nice.
So that's pretty much what I've gotten recently and what I've been working on.
Pick this up. I like this cover.
That cover makes me laugh. It looks like he's like in an airplane, like, you know, where you get the wind tunnel and it's like pulling his cheeks back.
I just love it. Look at I love like the eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is one of probably my steals this week. I got this on.
That's such a killer
eBay.
Look.
So the story with this, the guy had it listed for $175. I looked at the book. I would say it was in the 4.0-ish to 4.5 range, way below GPA. So I pounced on it.
Yeah.
Then he messages me, and he was honest that there were pieces missing of some of the interior. Doesn't affect the story, but there are like 4 or 5 pages that have a piece missing on the interior. So he says, "What would you feel comfortable with?" I says, "I feel comfortable paying you $100 for the book." He goes, "I don't want to. I know it's worth more, but," he goes, "I'll do that." So I got this for $100. Hoping it's like a 2.5. You know, if it's a 2.5, I did well on that. These came in the mail today, and these are great, man.
Oh, those are just stunning covers. I love those.
Yeah, it is fantastic. I mean, when you read the story arc and you see this stuff was fantastic.
I know it's been covered. I hate how they pull the panels out and stick them on the cover for those, but those are awesome.
Doug Bratton, thanks for stopping by, brother. I appreciate that. We'll talk to you at the swap. Absolutely. Stop by and say hello. Introduce yourself. Be nice to meet people. So then you guys all heard the news today, right? The big news is that Kang has been cast, and TiVo just put something up, and it looks like the FF19 is going to be the big book.
To start.
Yes, to start it off, because they're going to start with the Ramatutton, is it right?
Yep.
And they're going to start with that and build the story up. I believe it's starting on Ant-Man and the Wasp 3.
3, yeah.
Right, which they had talked about, and you know what? This is where Mikey Sutton and TiVo Spec Game was strong on this one, because they had said with all of the quantum realm and all of that stuff that it was
a long time ago too.
Yeah, quite a while ago. So you would have been able. I actually looked today, and there was only one copy of FF19 listed. So people are stockpiling that. But actually, the 9th, I was on again. I was doing my usual trolling on eBay, and I got this.
Nice, man.
So I paid $270 for this.
That's a
And
steal.
it looks really good. There's an issue on the back cover where it looks like it's got some mold or something like that. I'm hoping for a 3.5. It looks way better than a 3.5, but if you see right there, see it? The blackness up here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So if I get a
What is
4.0, I don't know. It looks like mold of some sort, or it almost looks like it was in a fire because it's dark on the inside too.
Yeah, I've never seen something like that.
Yeah. But if I get a 3.5, I'm gold. A 2.5 sold today for $330.
I told you in our chat, for those out in our chat, we have a private chat. I picked one up right away as soon as you guys posted that news. I got one at Big Apple Con many years ago, and I sold it. And honestly, if you would read that book, I read all my Silver Age stuff, as you guys know by now. I keep it in Mylar. If I had a top 10 list of actually like really great single issue stories of Silver Age, that one would be in it. I really enjoyed that book. So I'm an Avengers collector too. That's like a run I'm working on. So I hopped on right away today because I knew it was going to skyrocket, and I could see those books going up as high as like 1,000. And I bought a 5.5 for 420 right off the rip.
Yep. Guy, you know what? I'm having a problem with my StreamYard. If not, that would be up there. But this is definitely my steal of the day. But it's not my best pickup, so I got fucking lucky on a raffle. Finally, It's been a while, and it just arrived today.
Congrats, man! That thing is so sick.
Yeah, Vinyl Comics had this up, 8.0 white pages. I was like, oh my god! I'm just trying to see if that's pencil in there, but
yeah, if you can get that out too.
Yeah, just you got to watch the color with that. This book looks like it still has a few defects that might not have been pressed out. I'm contemplating it. I got to really look at it. And then, I mean, I couldn't believe it because I literally just raffled off our Batman 232.
Yep.
And the minute that finished, I got the text that the notification that the other raffle was running. And I went on and I'm watching it live, and it fucking hits on my name. And I hit like 3 times on it. I was like, holy
That's the best feeling.
Yeah, it was a huge feeling. I went right away and I showed everybody. Now, shout out to my man Arsenio, the art chemist, if he's still in here, because he gave me this amazing AOK.
That is sick.
Watch this, though, man. Look at Doom, right? Look at Xavier. I mean, the work he put into this thing.
Yeah.
Look at Magneto, right? And then, oh my God.
That's freaking amazing.
My jaw dropped. I had to show everybody this book, man. I thank you so much, Arsenio. This will never leave my collection. I truly appreciate this. He knows I'm a huge Wolverine guy. This was fantastic.
Yeah, my favorite's Professor X. I think he did Professor X just amazing.
He did a great job on Xavier. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a freaking great job.
I mean, when he does the whole the mind wave things that are coming out of his head.
Yeah,
that's great. But I mean, look at Magneto. It's good stuff, man. It is really good stuff.
Yeah,
this guy's really talented. Guys should be hitting him up for sketches because he's done a couple sketches for guys in the community. I did not see that back. Did you do something on the back? Oh my God, I didn't even see that. I did not take it out, Arsenio, because I was. Oh my God.
Dude, wow. That's better than the front.
This is fantastic.
That's a crazy
Arsenio, thank you so much. I did not take it out of the bag because I was just in awe of the front. I did not even know that.
Yeah, wow. That's pretty amazing.
That is phenomenal. Again, hit my man Art Chemist up, and I believe that he is he can get yellow labels with CGC because he's listed as an artist, so he can take it, and if you want to get it slabbed, he can have that submitted for you.
That stinks that you didn't do it with that one, just with the back there, so you can take it out of like.
I could always do that, but what I also have is I have a couple of Mylars that have a clear backing board.
Oh yeah.
So this is probably going to go in there. And actually, I believe these glow in the dark.
Yeah, that's dope.
It was dope, man. It was.
And that was an AOK?
that was an A-OK, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
I mean, phenomenal. And then I got 2 more things to show you. These things are, again, awesome. Benny, I'm just going to highlight myself on this one.
Go for it.
Right? Just because I want to show. You know what? Let's do it this way. I could do it this way, not just. So if you guys watch Thurl's auctions, he has that guy Latchta Art come on.
Yep.
And the guy does some great work. I know he had a He-Man one he did the other day that he showed.
Didn't Roger just get one, like a Thundercat one or something?
That's what it was. Roger won the Thundercat. That's it. He had a Thundercat one. He had 3 or 4 of them. He did an X-Men one that I lost my mind over. So I hit him up on IG, and he was reasonable. Very, very reasonable. I put myself on his list, and then he was giving a deal for Thurl's channel. So I actually got 2 pieces done.
Nice.
And here's piece number 1.
Dude, that thing is ridiculous. That is sick.
Take a look at this recreation, man.
Yeah, that's a book I want.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I love the Romita run on Spider-Man is one of my all-time favorite runs.
Mine too, I agree.
Johnny 5 Alive, what's going on? And ready? This is another one.
Oh, sick. Giant size X-Men.
God.
You know what? I was just looking at this book for the first time really like closely.
Yeah.
The only character they have twice is Cyclops. He's at the top with the original team, and then he's down on the bottom.
Yes, coming through.
I was wondering why they did that way.
Yeah. Well, remember, Jean is not part of the new team. Cyclops is part of both teams.
Both teams, yeah.
Cyclops is the only one that's part of both teams initially.
Yeah, it looks like the original art. It's fantastic.
It is, and he, if you go on his IG page, he actually shows the progression
of him doing it.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, Jeremy did fantastic work, man.
That's one rabbit hole I haven't dipped my toe in yet. I love seeing it, and I'm like, I know if I start buying it, it's just gonna.
So like, I have something set up for cons, and I like to do a jam piece.
I think I saw your X-Men one, or if I remember, like way back.
I had an X-Men one, but during the COVID. As a matter of fact, let me grab it 1 second.
Yeah. I can already tell this is going to be awesome. I just saw one piece of Wolverine's claws. I was just saying, I can already tell it's going to be awesome. I just saw one part of Wolverine's claws.
Right. So this artist, his name is Ace Continuado, and I have followed him through the CGC forums, and he's done a lot of work. So I saw somebody else do this, so I didn't. It's not an original idea, but what they did was they did a recreation of Amazing Spider-Man 100.
Yep.
He got different artists. I don't know if you guys have seen that one. It's on IG, and he got different artists to drew heroes and villains throughout in that scope. I took that idea, but I made it something more to my liking. So this will be sketched out.
Yeah, that's sick.
By different artists. And he gave me the option. I picked, I think it was 11 characters. So Phoenix, Magneto, Mr. Sinister, Lady Deathstrike, Professor Xavier, Juggernaut, Storm, and he actually threw a few free characters in there for me. He put heads in there so that I could just play with it and add extra characters. So when it's done, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's not technically a jam piece, though, isn't it? Is it?
It is a jam because you're getting multiple artists on it.
Oh, that's okay. I misunderstood that.
Yeah.
Like when you do so many different artists, I mean, what does that end up like costing you? Because you have to pay each one.
A lot. It's a work of passion. What I usually do with this stuff like this is I go 1 artist per con or 2, depending on the prices. I'll also look for some guys like there's an artist Buzz that a lot of guys will know. He does East Coast stuff, who's fantastic, and he's decently priced. I'll hit up some of the old X-Men artists,
Yep.
and you'll get some nice work. Sometimes you get some decent stuff. Larry Hannah, who did Amazing Spider-Man, he does some nice work. So
So when, like, just out of your projection, you think that'll actually be like complete, like you'll get it all done?
I don't know. That's a work of love right there. It's gonna
Yeah.
be slow grind. Every time I go, when con season finally gets back, I'm gonna try and slowly but surely. Jose Gonzalez, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. Much love with that.
Yeah, I'll eventually do something like that, I think, down the road. But
Yeah, you know,
like I said, I haven't dipped my.
Once you go down it, it's a tough rabbit hole, man.
Dude, it's just like everything. It's so cool. It's awesome. You gotta love it.
I got so much. I was at one time I was going through CGC forums, and if you ever see that company Comic Sketch Art,
Yep.
they're at all the cons. He started out getting commissions for people on CGC forums.
Okay.
So he got me quite a few very good artists, Ethan Van Sciver and all of these guys. And I have a collection of Wolverine covers, maybe like 20, 25 of them. And Clayman, I got quite a few people that just different Wolverine sketches.
Well, you collect signatures too, and like
Yeah.
sketch covers. See, I kind of stayed away from that because just collecting silver and gold is expensive enough, and like I would just love everything. I really would.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
You become a hoarder. I've kind of steered away, gotten all the signatures that I really, really wanted. I'm not getting as many as I used to. I love, that's why I used to love going to East Coast Comic Con, because they had all of the older artists. So Joe Sinnott was there, and Stan Lee's brother Larry Lieber used to be there. We'd have Roy Thomas, Joe Gila, just iconic guys that you're not going to get. The last guy I got there, I got what's his name? The Green Lantern guy, just passed away.
Gil Kane is one. I know.
No. Did when Neil Adams did all those iconic Green Lantern.
I don't know. I'm not as familiar with Green Lantern.
Come on, AG Surfer was there with me. He should remember this. Oh my god!
Amazing Murphy says Scott. I don't know if that's
it. No, Murph, you were there. He was signing for Heroes Initiative that day. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember his name. He just passed away. Looked pretty sick when we got him, but I was able to get him on my. He did the drug issue.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Denny O'Neil. Denny O'Neil. That's I'm sorry the name, but rest in peace. But I got Denny O'Neil there, and he passed away after that. So I got a lot of those older artists out of the way.
I know the one I really regret is only Stan Lee. I was at his last show. One of the last ones was at Boston Comic Con, and that was the last Boston Comic Con I went to, and I didn't do it. And now, obviously, won't get the chance ever again.
So I went to, I want to say it was Big Apple. It was either Big Apple or East Coast. The year that Trimpy was there. And I was going Saturday, and I says, I'll pass on it. And I passed on
Famous last words.
And he passed away.
Yeah.
And I was just kicking myself in the head for that, man. I was just like, but that happened to me with baseball autographs too. I passed up on Joe DiMaggio. And I says I'll get him because he was a little pricey at the time.
Yep.
In the early '90s, he was a little pricey at
Jolton
the time.
Joe.
And gone.
Yeah. Baseball has had like an off season, just a little off topic this year, and people aren't really into it.
Yeah, I still watch. I'm a huge baseball head. So I know there's Ricky Camacho's talking about Aranya being on a show in a movie. I know that's from Amazing Fantasy 15, like the second recreation of that book, right?
Uncle Frank got a copy of that, I think, at Zap when we all met up that time too. And
yeah, I have a copy of that. The one that really blew up though is the Amadeus Cho.
Yeah.
It went.
I don't particularly like that character, but yeah, he's blowing up.
Well, look, I know 9.8 hit $1,000 recently. So
you know what modern variant that I really love, that I want, that I think could blow up is that Thanos 13, the Thanos cover that's all black, the first copy of Ghost Rider, the Albuquerque.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great cover.
Dude, I've been looking at those lately, and I'm like, can I pull the trigger on what they're asking for a modern book? And I haven't been able to do it, but
It's expensive.
that's like the most I've looked at it, like a modern type book like that.
Yeah. Comic Forge says that's Maddie Speck is the Amadeus Cho.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's looking at Run the Comic says big up to all the dope artists in the community. Need to do a live jam session one day. That'd be nice, man. Get a
That'd
couple
be
of
sick.
artists and all talking together, and maybe even drawing and showing their artistic talents. That would be really, really nice to see.
I think Roger said had like an idea like a while ago where he had a blank like black Venom cover and he was going to send it around and have everybody do like a sketch or something on it in the community.
We did that a while back with Jean Paul H. Peter. You remember GPAP?
Yep.
So GPAP sent out a book to the community, and we all signed it and sent it to different locations, and everybody signed a cover for him. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah. I think didn't Murph do something like that too?
Yeah, Murph did it too. Yeah, it was the first time the New York Warriors really met up, and that was part of it. We all just signed it.
Signed the book.
Yeah, Murph said he passed on Wrightson. I guess it is Bernie Wrightson.
Dude, his art is fantastic.
Yeah, that's some spectacular stuff.
Do you have a House of Secrets?
I don't.
Me neither.
Marky won one in a raffle.
I know. I remember that. I'm like the luckiest person on minis, dude. I could buy fucking like 6 minis and I'll hit every one. But then I'll get like 8 entries into the main and I'll never win the book.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hit every min.
You won one of mine, right?
I did. I won the ASM 6 and I won the first like cameo of Null. But okay. I've spent way more money than
trust me.
You know, like I was just in one for an Avengers 1.
Yeah.
Lost that. I got into the main, like I think a $2,000 spot for a Fantastic Four #1.
You and I were both we were both in that one.
Yeah, we were both in that one. Yeah. This past week, there's 5 spots at $500 to win a $2,500 spot for an Incredible Hulk 1 5.5 main. I picked 2 spots for the minimum, won them both, and had 2 out of the 5. Didn't win it. Didn't win the main spot.
You had 40% chance. I mean, 60% chance. I just won a spot for an Avengers 4, which is a book I do not have and I covet.
I want that too.
It's a 5.5. It's up on IG now. I won the first spot. I went into a mini. I went into 2 minis. I think I spent like $60 into it.
Not bad at all.
You win that one, weren't you? It's
no.
You're not in the ASM, the FF. I mean, the Avengers 4.
Nope, I'm in 2 right now. I have a chance to get into a main for a giant size X-Men 192.
Okay.
And I have a spot to get into the main for an ASM 160. And the top 2.
That's
top 2.
Yeah.
I hit one of those minis. But that's it. I always hit the minis to get into the chance, but I don't hit the chance to get, or I don't hit the main part.
It's gonna come though. Rags just won an ASM 6198 second print. I tell you, the luckiest dude in the world is Manny NYC.
Dude, his hit was huge. But I think Butcher and Otto are just as lucky. Otto has won like 7 books in the last month or 2.
Listen to me, Manny won that, but he also won a Incredible Hulk 181 8.0. Yeah, he won like 4 massively big books. You're talking $1,000 books, couple $1,000 books.
Yeah.
He's won off of auctions. Besides the smaller books that he won, he's probably one of the luckiest guys when it comes to raffles I've ever seen.
Hey, you know what? I say good for them. I hope I win, but I don't hate on anybody who's winning.
It's fun. It's like I say it's like playing a scratch off.
It definitely is. It's better odds, honestly. What else can you get in a 1 in 10 chance? A scratch off is like 1 in a million.
Yeah. I mean, like right now, I have my ASM 129 of 5.5, 4.5 up, and that's almost done. It's moving along fast.
I find raffles to be really weird. Like sometimes, like I feel like you'd think books would fill up really fast, and they take forever. And then other times, like yours, it's like boom, it goes like.
I swore it was going to slow down during COVID, and if anything, it picked up even more.
Yeah.
But the way to look at it is like you go on one of my minis, right? Or I do it with anybody, but you can literally win a $900 book or $800 book for a $9 spot.
Yep.
You know,
My strategy is I like to find the ones that are like top 2 get to the main,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yep.
And if it's like a $20 spot, I buy 2 spots, and I'm pretty successful with that.
yeah, I do that. I usually like what I do with these ASM. I'll run one spot in the main at $9 a spot because it's $90 a spot, and
Yep.
then I'll also run one where top 2 get into the main.
Yeah, yeah, I like.
And people tend to go for that a lot more.
Yep, I agree. I look for that, but I've had to like pull back on it because for a little while there, I was just like throwing money away. I'm like, I'll be in this one, this one, this one. I'm like, do I even really want these books? I do, but like, what do I really want?
It's the big ones. I usually shoot for X Illusionaries books or Gems. They have some.
Yep.
MTG Comics is running some really good books, though. If you guys like raffles, go check him out.
I don't know him. I'm not familiar with him.
Yeah, he's on the community, and I ran into him up at he's a Jersey guy. I ran into him at the con. He knows Otto, so got to meet up and talk because we talk on another group chat for like guys that run raffles. And then Comic Books 22 does a lot of those $2 ones. I've hit a couple of his.
I never hit any of those. I did his for a while, and I never could hit those for some reason. Those are the cheapest, so you'd buy like 20 spots.
Rag said, do you guys play on a raffle that you already have?
Nope.
No.
It has to be a book I don't.
That's not true because I played on this ASM because I was trying to get the upgrade, and I got lucky. I hit it. So
that's kind of different. Trying to get an upgrade is different than.
So my goal is to get rid of this one, and I have a 5.5 also. Now that I have an 8.0, I'll keep the 8.0, and then I'm going to turn those 2 into a big book. I'm trying.
I'll tell you what, if I hit that ASM 1 though, oh, dude, that book, I want that book bad.
So anybody got a score on the Giant King?
No, I can actually check real quick.
Yeah. So anyway,
who are you rooting for? Let me answer that first.
I'm a Giant fan, man, all the way. Born and raised a Giant fan.
It is Giants 10, Pitts 16.
That's all right. So we're kind of winding down because I got to shut this down. But New York Warriors are on tonight at 10 o'clock. And I believe 3 Men in the Basement have an auction coming up on Friday, is it, right?
Auction Friday and swapping 2 weeks.
Yes. So check out that auction. Check out New York Warriors tonight, 10 o'clock. Biggies and the crew will be out there. Always a good time there. A lot of laughs. Otto and the boys are going to be doing, my man Roger's going to be doing, because I got to include Roger. If not, I'm going to be on the Roger rant. So I don't want to be on the Roger rant. They're going to be doing their auction this week. I don't know who else is going to be in. I don't know if David Caven and Nemesis Prime are going to be on there.
The 4 originals.
Oh, there you go. So it should be some good time. A lot of good books will be there. And then September 26th, if you guys are available, stop down by at the Comic Swap in Newington, Connecticut.
And just an FYI too, if you end up staying over there, go to the swap. The next day, they're having that show at the VFW I was talking about, where I all those good deals I found.
Well, there you go. I probably won't be able to, but
yeah, I'm not staying over. I live close enough, but I'd love to, and I just don't trust COVID. I know some people are more comfortable with it, but I wish I could. If it wasn't this time, I'd be all for it, but next time.
Yeah, Peter Porker, that's fine. I'm currently at about a 6-week turnaround. So if you're good with that, that's fine with me. All right. But yeah, thanks for everybody for coming out. I appreciate that. Hope you like the books, and leave some comments. We'll always answer comments and everything else. Check my man from B-Town because he's going to have to start doing some videos again. All right, Ben?
I've been lazy. That's all it's been.
It's time because it's time. We get him back. He's showing up on shows and everything like that. So he's good. We talk all the time. But until my next show, peace.
Yep. Thanks for having me.